Hello guys, this is from Mrs. Abby coming to you again today with another video about my house plants and how I decorate with them. But in order for you to decorate your home with plants, you need to know how to take care of them because you want your plants to stay beautiful. So I'm going to give you a few tips as to how you take care of this beauty right here, and it is called a croton. Okay, this plant enjoys medium light, but it does well, or it does even better, if the room is well lit. And I'm about to decorate with it, and I'm going to place it in an area of my house where I know that it gets medium light and somewhere a little bit brighter because it's going to be close to a window. And that's another video I'm going to show you later. Unlike some of my other plants, when it comes to watering the croton, it's a little bit different. It needs to be watered before the soil gets too dry. My other plants, you can wait till the soil gets dry, maybe like, 1 or 2 inches of the soil to be dry. This one here, I wouldn't advise it, and here's why. If you let the soil get too dry, these beautiful leaves right here, the edges of these beautiful leaves right here is going to start turning brown and crispy. And you can just, take it and just really crumble it down. And you don't want that to happen because you want to use that beauty right there to decorate your home. So you want to keep it real healthy looking. So I'm going to demonstrate to you how I water this one, and I allowed it to get not too dry. If you notice that, you can see that it's not too dry. I don't let this one get too dry. So it's time to water it. So I'm going to take it out of this little plastic planter here and put that right there. And I'm going to show you the 2 things you're going to need. You're going to need a saucer, what I call a saucer pan, and you're going to need a water can with water in it. So you place the plant in the saucer. And what I usually do when I water this one, because I want to water it thoroughly, because it sort of like likes water. I've noticed it since I've had it that it enjoys water. And I don't really like to make it too soggy, but I water it thoroughly. And what I do, I pour just a small amount of water, and I watch to see whether the water is coming out from the side into the saucer. And I see that water is coming already because I didn't let it get too dry because I don't want my leaves to become too crispy. But I'm put a little bit more water because I want to thoroughly water this baby right here. And I want this pan, this saucer pan, somewhat to fill up. I don't do all my plants like that, but this one here I do. Pour it all the way, evenly distributed, so it gets some good water. Okay, and I'm going to let it sit because I wanted to absorb just a little more water under the bottom because I'm trying to keep the leaves from getting crispy on the edges, and I'm going to take it out in a little while and put it back in here. I'm just going to let it sit for a little while. So you might see me on this film taking it out, but I want to absorb a little bit more water. And that's how I water that. If you water it like that and keep it like that, you won't have to worry about that plant getting crispy on the edges. Now, I feed this plant about once a year, and that's mostly between spring and summer, and that's all it needs. I mean, if you go out and buy some plant food, the directions is going to tell you to feed about every 2 weeks. Well, from experiment, you have to experiment with your plants. This is just as me talking. This is how I treat mine. I don't feed this plant a lot. Like I said, maybe once and maybe twice during the winter, spring. But mostly it don't need a lot of food or plant food. So I just stay away from it and just give it as needed. So as far as the pest is concerned, I check this plant and all of my plants often. I check the soil and the leaves. And I just take them and I just look at them, make sure that there's no fungus and no insects. And that's what I do. And I just check the soil, look at it, and make sure the soil is good. And that is how I, do it. So I keep my plants beautiful that way. This plant is sort of like me. It doesn't like to be too hot and it doesn't like to be too cold. So in the winter, you want to keep it warm. And in the summer, keep it cool but not cold. A room temperature around 70 to 75 degrees in the home is a good temperature for this plant as well as all my plants. That's why I usually keep my thermostat in my home, whether it's winter or summer. I keep it balanced so my plants are never too hot or too cold. This plant can be planted outside. And a lot of times it's beautiful outside, but I'm using this one here for on the inside to decorate my house. And it also can be propagated. It can. So remember that this plant here is a beautiful plant, and you can take it and you can propagate it, and make other plants. And basically that's all it is to taking care of this Croton or Croton, whichever one you want to call it. That's it. It's a simple, easy plant to take care of. So now I'm going to take it out of the water because it's been sitting there for a while and I don't want it to get too soggy. So I let it drain a little like this. All the water drain out of it. All right, then I put it back in the pot. And I do have something in the bottom of this pot that'll catch the remaining of the water. I have another saucepan in the bottom. So that's it, you guys, for taking care of the Croton or Croton. And I love that beautiful plant. And again, I'm going to tell you to continue to watch my video because I'm going to show you exactly where I place that beauty right there. And I hope that you enjoyed watching. And please comment and let me know what you think of this Croton plant. Please subscribe, share, give me a thumbs up if you liked this video, and go ahead and enjoy your day. And remember, God is good all the time. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.